Hello geometry students, this is Mr. Martin. This video is a continuation of proving triangles similar. So we had just finished looking at two examples, one where the triangles were similar because all the matching angles were congruent and all the sides were proportional, and then another one where all the angles were not congruent. So we didn't even have to bother looking at the ratios of the sides. We didn't have to see if the sides were proportional. So what process do we go through to prove the two triangles similar? Well, number one, we checked to see if all angles were congruent, and then number two, we checked to see if all sides were proportional. Okay, this is a lot of work. Fortunately, we have methods for proving that triangles are similar. We don't have to look at all that information. So one of these methods, there's a few different methods, but we're only going to look at one today, is called angle-angle similarity. Okay, and with angle-angle similarity, if two corresponding angles are congruent, then the triangles are similar. So this is great because this means we only need to show two pair of corresponding angles congruent to prove triangles similar. Okay, so that's pretty exciting. So instead of 6 pieces of information, we only need 2 pieces of information. We need 2 pair of corresponding angles congruent. So let's take a look at some examples. We're going to do some of these together, and then the ones that we don't do together are going to be assigned for homework. And then make sure you go on to the next page because there's some review of the stuff that we've been working on previously. So let's take a look at number 1. So in this one, we can see by the tick marks that we already have one pair of angles congruent. So somehow we have to try and figure out if we have another pair of angles congruent. And I can see, oh, this is a pair of vertical angles in the middle here. So I know that these have to be congruent because vertical angles are congruent. And this gives us a second pair of angles congruent. So determine if the triangles are similar. Yes. All right, now let's take a look at number 4. So I have one pair of angles congruent, but I don't know what those other angles are, so I need to check those. So let's see what the angle is in the first triangle. So let's subtract out the 68 and the 54. So that gives me 58 degrees. And let's find the third angle in the other triangle. So let's subtract out 63 and 68, and that gives me 49 degrees. Okay, so I can see I only have one pair of corresponding angles congruent. So in this case, these are not similar triangles. Okay, so that's going to be it for this video. So go ahead and finish these other 4 examples and then go on to the last page and finish the review problems for homework. Make sure you reach out for help if you have questions. You know, with a little bit of extra explanation, you shouldn't have any trouble with this. You know, just give it a couple of shots to figure it out, and we'll see you in the next video.